Rosebrook High School is now an abandoned place in the small town in the Midwest. And what happened to the teachers, students, and even the principal remains a mystery. This horrific incident occurred in the beginning of the school year of 1996. Students were heading back to school. The buses arrived and dropped the students off as usual, and parents were making sure that their kids were doing what they were supposed to do by watching them walk into the doors. It was a normal day and people were excited to learn and also meet new friends. It was the first period of the day, and the students were getting ready to go to their classes when suddenly a huge red sphere appeared above the sky, emitting a strange smell. Some of the students and teachers ran out of the building because of the fire alarm went off. Not everyone was fortunate. Some of the teachers and students were not able to escape from the school because of the doors started to lock up. Witnesses outside of the school were shocked to see the red sphere turning into a viscous liquid that engulfed the entire school. The students began to panic and scream for help out of the windows of the top floor. Also, the teachers tried to break windows without any success and realized they were trapped. What happened next haunted the police and EMTs forever, and also the parents who were gathered outside of the building, nervously waiting for the situation to be resolved. Suddenly, the liquid turned into a disgusting black, and the desperate screams of students and faculty could be heard as the shapeless mass started to pulsate rapidly and grew larger than before. Then, a huge gargle of liquid was heard from the towering thing as screams turned blood-curdling. Before anyone could blink, the thing was suddenly gone, like it disappeared into thin air, never to be seen again. The police and EMTs ran towards the school, only to be met with a nauseating stench of stomach acid, and hundreds of skeletons of students and teachers were piled up in the building. Horrified, the crowd of parents started to cry and yell for their children, and fighting broke out between the parents and teachers who had survived. The students who escaped before the event began also cried for their friends, siblings, and teachers who were digested by the monstrosity. The cafeteria was the first room to be sealed off by hazmat because of the food was found to be moldy and turned into a disgusting green-colored slime. Then, the library was covered by a corrosive acid-like substance that destroyed the entire foundation, and books were disintegrating when prodded. As for the science lab, the specimens in the jars were scattered out and started to come back alive, only to dissolve into a puddle of goo. A few months later, the high school was closed forever, and the rest of the students and teachers who escaped from the found other places to learn. Many years later, a construction company went into the abandoned Rosebrook High School and found that not everyone died from the incident. In fact, the most horrifying discovery were the mummified remains of students and teachers who took refuge in unused classrooms, and janitor closets died from starvation. They must have perished when the police, hazmat crews, and rescue teams couldn't get the closets open because they were sealed shut from the melted plastic and other materials. More than 6 bodies were discovered by police detectives and the recovery teams that day, and the construction crew refused to demolish the building where it stands today.